He's trying to say that we didn't have a verbal agreement that I wouldn't have to pay. I wouldn't have to pay the full 1,000 right before the date of the party. I mean, that was our agreement, right? That I could pay it the day before the party, right?
Well, I told you that I told you we were going to need it, and that if you didn't have it till then that would probably be all right. But he's going by the contract, and I'm telling you, Stephen, is that what you said was going to be happening is not the kind of party that you're going to have. But we're not trying to screw you all around. It's just that we can't afford to have a party like y'all are planning on having, and because we got all kinds of.
But no, see the.
Adults that have parties that they're going to say, hey, if we go have that kind of party, we're not going to have our parties there.
But that's not we're not promoting to that demographic, sir. So the older people, they might not even know that we had that party there.
No, I would tell you that they're going to know about it because we've already had calls on it, and that's what jacked them up. They got somebody that used to, or somebody that has rented from us before, sent us that brochure that you put out and said, "What is this about?"
But what?
And they started looking at it, and the young Marine girl, she told the security guard, or the cop that was working the bingo game, there was going to be a booty party. And then we just can't afford to do that. Now, I'm not trying to screw you up or anything.
No, but that is screwing me up because we had an agreement. We already told you that it was going to be a dance party.
It was going to be a dance, right? It was going to be a holiday party.
Yeah, no, yeah, but I don't know if you know how all teenagers dance, not just black teenagers, not teens, but black, or I mean, the younger kids dance these days. Whether it be white, whether it be black, they all dance the same these days. So I don't see.
The only thing I can tell you is that we had it set up that we were all going to sit around and talk about this yesterday, and you said you forgot it. So I don't know if you really did or you just decided not to come. But the only thing I can tell you is that
no. I actually did forget to tell y'all that I wanted to talk today because I was trying to get Aaron's dad to come up there with us. And he has dialysis on Wednesdays.
But you got Lonnie's number, right?
What'd he say?
You got the guy that you set this thing up with. You got his number, right?
What do you mean? What's up? What?
The guy that was up there that you've been talking to about the meeting.
Oh yeah. Cause he just called. You
got his number. You call him, and if he needs me to come up there this afternoon, I will be glad to come up there this afternoon.
Now I just wanted to
talk to him because look, man, I'm a 65-year-old white guy. What the hell do I know about teen dances? And I told you from the get-go that we're not going to allow any teenagers.
But it's not a teen dance.
I understand that, but is it going to be about the same thing as the teenage dance?
No, but it's not though.
Well, you just said it was.
I said younger kids. It's not a teen dance. It's 18 and up. That's what's on the flyer. That's not considered a teen dance, sir.
Okay, well you bring that flyer and you call up Lonnie and try to set something up today, and I'll make the meeting somehow. All right?
Okay. Hold on. I just was calling to make sure that we had a verbal agreement on that.
That's what we said. Is that you could pay it if you didn't have it, you could pay it off, and that's not what the contract says. But you're right. I did tell you that. I'm not gonna lie on it. But told me about that he had got somebody had texted him the poster that y'all were putting out. So we'll talk about it more today, and if we come to some other agreement, fine. If not, then we'll just have to do what we got to do. But I'm not trying to screw with y'all. I just
because we
don't get our reputation as throwing those kind of dances, and not that there's anything wrong with those kind of dances. We just don't want the reputation that that's the kind of dances that we're going to allow at our place, because we're not.
See that? Yeah, I understand, but
You call up Ronnie and set up a time, and if you want to bring KC with you, that's fine.
okay.
All right, then.
All right. Bye.
Stephen, you know Lonnie, right?
No, we've never met.
No.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Lonnie McDonald. How are you? Okay.
And you're? Huh? Nadu? Nigel, okay. Y'all related?
No.
Is it just for me, the three of us? Or?
Yes, just for us.
Okay. And he is...
All right, you Barry?
No, I'm not. Marcus.
Huh?
Marcus.
Marcus, okay. All right, did you bring one of your poster things?
I got it on my phone.
Okay, well, I got one on the phone. The problem I'm having is that I was doing all this stuff for Lonnie, because Lonnie, obviously, is a young black guy. All right, I'm 65 years old, and in our lease, I asked, what was this thing for, and you said a holiday party. In our lease, and first of all, I didn't charge you enough, because I don't normally do this. We're supposed to charge $250 deposit, and then $1,000.
That's not what it says in the contract.
Yeah, that's
though.
what we're at.
Huh?
Where were they? I mean, I pointed that out so that we know that's good.
Okay.
But that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. Not that we're holding you to that. That's not it. But down here, and I asked you, I said, how old are these guys going to be? Because there's absolutely no teen dances.
Mm-hmm.
And you said they're all over 21.
I didn't say they were all over 21. I said that it wasn't going to be a team dance. That's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, the people that we're going to have at the party is going to be of age, you know what I'm saying? We're not having young kids. Basically,
18 and up.
18 to 21.
Because 18 is not of age that we want to go.
Right.
But that's not contradicting the contract though.
Yeah. But we have plenty of parties where even though several of our parties that we had before, they all been successful parties. We had no problem. Like, this is going to be like a 6th time throwing a party. We have done parties all around Portsmouth from different parts. What's the Dinwiddie?
You did the Dinwiddie, the Fireman's
Hall, all these places.
Norva.
We every single party that we all had security. Every single party, and
we
there
never
was
had
never
any
been a
problem.
There's never been a problem. Every time we had security, they all been patted down. There was never a problem that occurred.
And in terms of...
And if you want to take back, you can call up the buildings that we did parties with, and they will say the same thing. You know, we're a group. We're trying to take this as serious as possible. We don't want any
But you're trying to
incidents.
take it as serious as possible.
Yeah.
Isn't your logo with the 40 ounce and the bottle?
Nah, that's for that's our song called "We Got This." Basically, what we're trying to portray is like we got, you know what I'm saying? We got each other. You know what I'm saying?
But you need a 40 ounce and a...
That's a song. It's
So
all
why
that.
would you have that?
All that does is to attract people to our music.
It's only going to attract... It's not going to attract everybody.
Right.
And right now...
We want a certain demographic.
And right now, as far as board members go, every board member that's a part of this organization isn't pleased with none of this. And as it would be, I happen to deal with these contracts, and like I told Stephen, had I been here, I would have said no, right off the bat.
Right.
I mean, because there's no way, and would have definitely explained that more so in depth. And not knowing, and it says you owed us the rest of it within 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But
Yeah, we had an agreement with him.
And the reason that I did, and I'm not normally doing this stuff, the reason I said that, because you said it was going to be a holiday party, you were going to sell tickets at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
All right, and I figured, well, you know, you're fairly young, and I was just trying to help you out because I figured that
And
y'all
I
didn't have any of
appreciate
the
that,
money,
you know.
but I didn't think it was going to be a teen dance, and in my mind,
Which is not.
well,
Technically,
see, we're
which is not.
talking semantics here because to me, a teen dance is 18 is teen.
But in my mind, like when it comes to 18, you can charge them as an adult if they commit a crime. So they're not high school. They're adults. They're in college. They're going to be home from.
They have an
college.
18-year-old mindset. And from previous experience with 18-year-old mindset, it'd be like working at the armory, where you end up thumping somebody on their head. And nobody here really wants to deal with that.
Right.
And if you had a holiday party, your flyer says holiday bash, you got girls in bikinis. You didn't mention Santa Claus. You didn't mention Christmas. What holiday is it?
Let me actually show you the actual flyer that was the flyer that we're going to use just to have something out there. We've been waiting for our actual flyer designer, and this is the actual flyer that we're going to be using to actually promote.
Well,
That was already out there because it was sent to us. It's like by somebody that had rented. I told you on the phone by somebody that had rented before, and the adults, the motorcycle guys, and they said, "What is this? What are y'all turning your place into?" Because they don't want to come to a place if that's the problem they're gonna have. People see.
What problem? What do you mean the problem that they're trying?
Well, because it's the perception. Because you said, both of y'all said, we haven't had any problems in the past in the places that we've rented. Well, that's well and good. And maybe you wouldn't have the problem here. But it's the perception of this building owned by the Fraternal Order of Police. With all those star logos on the doors, on the building, on that wall, the last thing we need is for somebody to do something totally ridiculous, like, as the girl that was here told the other officer, it's going to be booty shaking. We don't need that in this building. We don't even need the association. Not at all. I mean, so that's why I told Stephen what I said was, we're not going to have it here. And we talked to an attorney. You can talk to an attorney. You can take us to court. But it's not going to be here. Plain and simple. That's why we're giving you time enough to go ahead and get another building. I don't know why you didn't go to the ones that you've had before.
Because
This one is bigger.
This one is bigger.
And that's the other thing. You told him 300, 400 people. You told me.
I told him that we were trying to fill it up.
Okay.
And he circled 300 to 400 people, so we'll have that set amount of police officers
You
there.
told me
And
600.
then, and no, you said I told you 600.
You did, because I talked to you. You
Oh
told me
yeah.
600.
Okay.
Now, at 400, there's only going to be 4 officers. At 600, there would be 6 officers. Which, I mean, it's not going to be here anyway, but this is what would have happened. Let's say you had you said 200. And if 400 people decide to come through that door, only 200 coming in, the other 200 will be standing out there in the parking lot.
See, that's not what he explained to me.
That's what I'm explaining to you, because we don't have any other way to do it.
You have
he told
we already signed the contract.
He told me that.
Well, I don't know, but he signed a written contract that's already been violated.
So why wasn't?
How was it violated? Hold on.
Because I have other things to do, like work, like I am now.
Hold on, Marcus. How is it being violated?
Because of that part that says in there about even the pay.
Even the
you know,
pay?
as far as the.
But then if he readjusts,
if he gave me the verbal agreement at the time of the contract.
Okay, then I'm sorry he did. Then we're going to take it a different route. He said what he said. I understand that.
and then resubmit.
That's a part of that, though.
Right.
That's a part of that.
Right, and I got that. But again, let's go back to your holiday party. There's nothing that tells me you're having a holiday party but some girls in bikinis. Plain and simple.
I mean, people aren't going to be walking in here in thongs and bikinis.
They're going to be in thongs and bikinis.
Then why do a
flyer that advertise
To attract.
This is what you did. You attracted our attention, and you attracted some bad image that we're not going to deal with.
Listen. This is all marketing. This is how we get our people. This is how we draw our crowd. I'm sorry that you don't like the way we do it, but you don't have to respect that because
we already signed the contract.
This is how we do it. Our stuff, when we already signed a contract, I understand that you guys don't want the party, but
we can change the flyer.
We can change the flyer.
There's no point changing the flyer because the doors won't be open on that day.
What?
Yeah. And if we have to go to court, we can, but the court date won't even happen before December 27th anyway. I can assure you of that.
And, I know it is.
Listen, man, we some young black men.
No.
Let me talk real quick. We some young black men. You know the person that just got killed on Effingham? He's from my neighborhood. Okay. A whole bunch of people in my neighborhood not doing good. We trying to do good with this. We trying to make money, so we don't have to do the illegal stuff. Why are you trying to stop some young black men from doing this?
Because when you add with that flyer the girls with bikinis, then you got people posting on Instagram or Twitter, yeah, this is what these niggas gonna look like standing outside the line trying to get into the building. We don't want that image. That's why.
In the code. That's not logical.
It wasn't logical to even post it. Why even degrade yourself? You're talking about young black men. Don't use the word.
Hold on. How am I degrading myself?
The person that said that, they're doing that.
You said what?
When they said these niggas gonna be on, this is how they're gonna look coming into the building.
Somebody said that?
Yeah.
But that's their opinion. That's one person's opinion.
Okay, that goes with in conjunction to this building. We don't need that association whatsoever. The mentality, the words that people use like that. That's the issue.
But that's one person's opinion, though. You're basing your whole association on one person's opinion.
That has nothing. That has no
Okay,
connection
I'm
to
sure that there are more comments that are even close and similar to that. But again, it's not going to be here. We can't get any. We can't even. And here's the other thing. It had to be, now, correct me if I'm wrong, the people that work here had to be F.O.P. members as far as the police go, which we select who's going to be working here. You had somebody else in mind?
No, he said that we had to get
You
those
don't get
members.
anybody for security. We pick the security officers.
Oh, well, okay. Well, he said that the security officers that were picked had to be F.O.P. members.
Right, which is what we do. You don't do
Okay.
that because you don't know, a police officer who's FOP and who's not.
Okay.
So there's no way. So how would you even have done that?
Done what?
Right, you shouldn't have.
Done what? What do you?
Gotten the security officer.
We never said that we were getting our personal security officers.
No, well, because I was under the impression that I guess you already had some officers in mind.
No.
Okay. But it won't be here. Because every police officer who normally works here has seen the flyer, and it's that perception. No one wants to deal with that perception. And most team events end up in something that becomes physical. And that's the other thing with the image. With 600 people here, even at 6 officers, if half the people on the street have to come to this building, I can tell you it's not going to be pretty, no matter how you look at it. Because we got all these doors. You need it, and this didn't happen the other night. You need a police officer at every door in this building. That's 3 right there as a minimum. 3 officers for 3 people on the floor isn't going to work. It'd probably be at least another 3 or 4 on top of that just to cover these doors.
I don't have no problem with that.
Because of how team parties are.
But it's not a team party, it's 18 and up. I just want to clarify.
We don't want 18.
But that's what it should have said on the contract. We wouldn't even be going through this if everything was stated on that contract.
18 a team?
Huh?
Is 18 a team?
But it's not casino.
That's not what I said.
18 is an adult, though.
18 is a teenager. Still, regardless.
But he's still, even if he makes the crime, he's still a
An 18-year-old, 18 is a teen.
The teen dance range is 14 to 17. That's what the teen dance range is. I Googled it. I looked it up.
Okay. But we don't want 18-year-olds in here. We're
What
going to
it
have
said
an
on the
alcohol.
contract.
No, we're going to have alcohol in here. We don't need to have.
I'm the only one here that's even 21, and we're not even marketing to people who are over 21, and 21-year-olds act the same way 18-year-olds do. So I'm not seeing the big difference.
I am, because it's the perception. We don't need all but the flyers and everything else we've seen.
So, if we were 22 and we were marketing the 21 and up, that act basically the same way, fresh out of college, still in college.
Would you advertise it differently?
Not for real.
No.
Because the 21
we wouldn't advertise it
The
differently.
21 and up events that are going on in Virginia Beach, Norfolk, they all advertise the same way. Creative Nation, what's on their flyer?
Okay.
They basically run the party at Norfolk State.
And that's but you're forgetting I guess the way it's going to influence the
actual flyer.
fraternal order of police. It's that you don't need the stigma.
This is the actual flyer that we were going to use. We just threw that out just to throw it out there so we could have.
So we
won't
start
waste
promoting.
time.
You don't just throw something out. Because
this is the actual
guarantee
flyer
you,
that we're going to use. The lady's still
We
working on it.
didn't know we were going to have this problem.
so why'd you even bother doing another flyer?
Because, well, just
I designed the first flyer.
She was taking her time.
Okay.
She was moving too slow, so we had to get something if we're trying to attract as many people as possible.
Well, considering you have 2 different flyers, personally, the first one would have definitely drawn a different type of crowd altogether.
No, it would have just drawn the same type of crowd.
You don't have any women in there in bikinis on that picture.
That's a woman right there.
That's what I just said. But on the first one, you have women in bikinis. Isn't that going to draw two different types of people?
No,
Who's gonna look
still
at it
women,
differently?
still, all right, let me show you a Creative Nation flyer. Creative Nation, they're the ones that actually, they're
Promote.
larger, they're bigger than us. They do clubs, they do all different types of stuff, and they still got the same type of flyer and the same type of people that go to their,
We have a reputation too.
Okay.
You
I'm
understand?
sure
Like,
you
we promote in our parties or whatever, and then we have to cancel it. That's messing up our reputation too, messing up our
Well, you
brand.
can
We're
say
trying to build
because
up our brand
You
too.
can
We can't
cancel
say
it.
that. We can't just say that.
You can say it was canceled based on the people who own the building.
But that's not gonna fly. That's not gonna help our reputation.
Okay. But having the police here all day long and in the parking lot isn't going to help it either.
But, well, you didn't even give us a chance to explain how we're going to have things like that. We're not going to have people just, you know what I'm saying, scatter everywhere in their cars. We're going to make sure that everybody, because we've done this before. That's what I'm trying to get to you.
Okay.
We've done this before. We're going to make sure everybody, if you're not going to the party, you gotta leave. Then after they're getting dropped off, or if they're in the car, they have to be in the party. That's what me and we have other people that work with us too, but they're not here at work. We have several of the people that takes the people like, yo, y'all can't be out there because it's going to draw too much attention. We're trying to get you inside the party as fast as possible. You know what I'm saying? And before, what happened is we had a police officer, security guard, as you check them down, they were good to go. Stay out there with the laws loose.
And with our age demographic, if they walk in the building, they see 6 cops in here, they're not doing nothing. If it was some regular security guards and people that had a black
Well, you
t-shirt,
say that.
they're not doing it.
Okay, you say that, but I've worked other team parties. Some of the kids got something on their heads. And the last team party we had, things in our actual building were stolen. That's the only time it's ever happened, was a team party.
But this is what we're saying. We can clear everything out for you and make sure that all the equipment that you guys need for your bingo is all in the right places before we even get started with anything. Then at the end of the day, we'll make sure we put it all back. And then make sure everything's all there.
If you gotta talk like that and think that you gotta put it away, unplug it because of the people that are coming,
no, it's not even that. It's just to put it up and make sure everything's good.
That would happen at anywhere. That would happen anywhere.
That happened at the fireman hall. That happened at the little steak and restaurant place that we had rented out. We made sure we talked to the owner, made sure we put everything up, and we made sure everything was in the right place so it won't get damaged. Well, we're not just looking for us. We're looking out for the people that own the building.
It's not just stealing; it's damage too.
We're not just.
You're right.
It is not just us. We're looking out for y'all.
And the
Because
last
we
time,
might want to do this again. This is what we want to do as a career. We're not trying to just. I'm sorry. I mean, I go to school now, but I'm not trying to just go to school and make a 17